Okay, so I just got back from teaching all day in first grade. One classroom away from birthday boy here. How old are you?
7.
I can't believe you're that old.
Yeah, I am.
There's not a lot of like actual lessons going on now because there's only these 3 days this week, but it's still a very full, exhausting day. And I'm in the same classroom for the rest of this week. I did not touch my knitting. So I'm hoping to get a little bit of knitting done now before we go to Lizzie's play. What are you gonna have for supper?
Sushi, and my sister Lizzie have pizza out of school.
Yeah? What kind of sushi do you like?
California, and we will only have California sushi.
Yeah, you love California rolls, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I don't know how much there's gonna be for this Vlogmas either, because there was literally not a time that I was without students that I wasn't having to kind of like look ahead or have another teacher come in and talk to me. I think that the teacher that I'm subbing for left suddenly at the end of last week. And so there's plans, and they're good plans, but as far as like the stuff for them, it's kind of strung out. I did wear my windswept today. It was hat day for Spirit Day. We're wearing ugly sweaters tomorrow, right? Mm-hmm. And yours has a T-Rex.
Yes.
And mine has a llama and sequins. It's great. It's also a little bit frightening, but whatever. It's my favorite. All right, so I think we are going to do some presents maybe. For mommy. Presents for mommy.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, I gave birth to you. I made you alive. So why shouldn't I get presents? I'm pretty certain that your dad still owes me a push present anyways.
Oh yeah, he does.
Anyways, talk to you later.
Not guilty, Your Honor. Your Honor, this is all a terrible, terrible mistake. I'm a good man, a kind man. I love my loaves. I wouldn't. Mr. Claus, do not speak unless you are asked a direct question. There will be generations, millions of people have seen Santa Claus as the spirit of Christmas, a symbol of Yuletide giving and joy. And as for his costume, I challenge the DA to try to dress stylishly when the nearest tailor is 2,000 miles away. The last Now tell me, Emmy, are you the same Emmy Elf who was convicted 3 times for disorderly conduct during the off-season at the North Pole?
Well, yeah, but all the elves like to loosen up and have a good time after the holiday rush. I mean, you should see the red lard ball over there makes us slaves.
Yes or no is all you need to say, Emmy. And weren't you sent to Little People Reform School because you couldn't get along with your peers?
I guess so.
And it was you, Emmy, not Santa, not Reggie. It wasn't like some kind old Santa who wanted to hurt those kids with the baseballs. Isn't that why he fired you?
It's true, it's all true, but he didn't have to can me. He knew I never worked anywhere else. The North Pole was home for elves, make toys for girls and boys is all we know. Toys are us.
Alex, I want this self-charging. Prosecutor, I suggest you find a more credible witness next time. Honor, I request a recess. They'll let me and my client make a prayer.
I should think so. Request granted.
Not so good. Attila the Hun couldn't have looked any worse out there. If incompetence were a crime, you've been doing life. I don't know whether I can keep on defending you. Please, missus, get you off. This isn't just for me. It's for the kids. When I took over this mission from my father, I was young. happy, strong. In those days, I used a pillow for my stomach. It's the real thing now. The hair, a beard, a wig then, now it's all mine.
I know, Santa, but
Do you know the headaches I get? The elves are bringing MTV on the satellite dish. They want me to form a group with them called Buns and Noses. Can you imagine?
well, yeah, it's tough, but
I have to keep up with all the toy fads. And all letters have to be read to the North Pole. And insurance? I couldn't be in business these days without insurance for the sleigh. And for product liability. If an elf makes a boo-boo, guess who gets sued? Good old Santa.
I realize how difficult things have become for you, Santa. But the case.
The case? Forget about the case. We're talking tradition here. I could be sipping on a long, cool one on the beach in Hawaii. But tradition still means something. Christmas still means something. It's not just Kenny Rogers specials and football games. Not to me.
Okay, big guy. We've got some cards up our sleeve, too. This trial isn't over yet. Let's go back and show that DA a thing or two. Remember, Mr. Kringle, you're on your oath.
Yeah, I'll try.
Good. Now, were you in store, Santa, in the Susie Smith incident? Were you not?
I guess so. Who could forget that kid? Or her mother?
Now, did you or did you not get a lump of coal in your stocking when you were 9 years old?
Do I have to answer that, Your Honor?
Yes, Mr. Kringle. And may I remind you that an evasive answer could leave you open to a charge of contempt of court.
Well, yes, I did get a lump of coal.
And is it not true that you've harbored a grudge against Santa Claus ever since? A grudge that drove you to get a job as a store Santa, to do anything you could to ruin my client's reputation.
Objection, Your Honor. It is said that an event from 50 years ago could affect what Mr. Kringle does today.
Just so I regret having to bring this up, Rudolph, but I detect a scarlet glow on the end of your nose.
That's what it is, all right.
It's not a light bulb, is it?
No, it's definitely part of my anatomy. I was born that way.
And what was the reaction of the other reindeer observing your nose?
They were mean. They called me names and won't let me play in any of the reindeer games.
And that was rough?
Yes, very rough. I almost shed my antlers.
And who saved you from that most distressing situation?
He was the one. He took me in and gave me a home and all the moss I could eat.
And then one foggy night you lit the way for all the other reindeer, did you not?
That is correct, and I was happy to do it for Santa. Without him, my light won't gone out years ago.
Gentlemen of the jury, let me ask you some questions. When you were young, did you believe in Santa?
Yes.
Did you set out a plate of cookies and a glass of milk on Christmas Eve?
Yes.
Did you try to stay up and catch a glimpse of this generous and jolly gentleman until the late hours sealed your eyes with sleep?
Yes.
I bet most of you did, and you did because you believed, because you knew that Santa was about giving and feeling warm inside. Santa brought that warmth, and he will bring it to the future generations if you give him a chance. But what would the state have you believe? That Christmas is so Christmas without Santa? That a few understandable slip-ups make Santa a felon? Instead of leaving this man a well-earned snack, we slap him with subpoena. That, my friends, is not what Christmas is all about. Look, ladies and gentlemen, look at this man. A man once proud, now stripped with all dignity and forced to spend the holiday season in court. When he knows, and you know, that he should be preparing for his Christmas Eve ride. Let him make that ride. Show millions of children around the world that Santa Claus is a good man, a symbol of giving and caring. Save him from a legal system that has gone too far. Find Santa Claus innocent. All right, way to go!
Whoa, chill down a second. Except one. He is guilty for one act of criminal mischief for allowing his reindeer to, well, you know what it's rubbish.
Thank you, Susie, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It is now my duty to pass sentence. Will the defendant please rise? A hush has gone over the courtroom. Even Susie has a red voice. Santa looks a bit nervous. Santa Claus, I hereby instruct you to pay a fine of 100 jelly beans and bring holiday cheer to everyone, including the DA and Judge Mitchell. Case dismissed. Well, viewers, it's a choice.
Anyone hungry? This was a gift box brought to Micah Church.
Happy birthday to you. Chop, chop, chop. Hi. Cut the cake. Mommy, this is the finished product.
Awesome.
After this,
Okay, so I have decided that I'm going to like close this out here pretty soon. I'm just sitting here knitting. I got the weekend's Vlogmas uploaded. Not much there. And we've gotten the cake and the kids and the sushi and the kids, and I need to pack a few things in my bag for teaching tomorrow, and everybody's got their ugly sweaters ready. So I'm going to finish this one up so that we can go to bed. I might knit some more. I haven't made it to another like 2-inch mark on this. I don't know if I've said it yet. This yarn is particularly stiff. It's almost like I'm knitting with it. It's not hurting my hands, and it doesn't feel super rough. I don't know how to explain it, but it is like it's sort of stiffer than wool normally is. So I am hoping that, especially since this is a hat, it's not scratchy, but that it will soften after I do a wool wash. But gotten a little ways further, but tomorrow, since I've had time to go through all of the teaching stuff for the next few days, I should have some time when the kids are at specials and PE to actually I've lost my mind. I can't even remember what I was talking about. To knit! There we go! To knit! Also, please excuse the hair. It was in a stocking cap all day long. And because I knew it was going to be in a stocking cap, I also like washed it last night and did nothing with it. So it's pretty interesting. But I needed it to do something so I could wear that hat all day. But tomorrow I actually will be wearing knitted socks. And then I may not be able, so the next day is pajama day and I'm wearing Grinch pants. But I don't know that I have a knitted sweater like that I've made to go with that. So I may actually like break my streak. I do have the 2 sweaters that I have that you saw me block a little while ago. I have those that I could wear at some point, but one's yellow and one is like tan and green, and the pants are black and green. So I don't know that I'll be able to wear something knitted that day. I don't know what it would be yet, but anyway, I'm going to tell you good night, and I will see you tomorrow after another day of first grade.